Now, Lerato Fekisi is on standby to bring us the latest from that front. So, Lerato, take us through what is happening there. We're seeing people have started to gather this morning.
Yeah, I will move out of shot and ask of you, my camera lady, just to show you people are beginning to trickle in. Members from the community, members from our surrounding villages here in Ngobozana, who are here to pay their respect to the family members from two families that tragically died last week Friday, were shot maliciously while preparing for a traditional ceremony, a cleansing ceremony the very next day. They waited in their home, expecting to leave the next morning, but tragically at 2 a.m. they were shot dead, killing 7 people from one household completely wiped out. But I think it's important that when we cover such stories, also bring into conversations people who have been victims of gun violence. Earlier on, I spoke to my colleague Ufundiso, who was saying that mass murders in Lusikisiki have become a norm. They don't ever come to Lusikisiki to cover one death. It's always 5 or 10 people. But I think this one, the biggest one yet, of 18 people. I'm joined now by Reverend Z.P. Sizani, who is the chairperson of the Ngobozana Council of Churches, but also a victim who was gunned down, believe it or not, in his home. Reverend Sizana, you said to us earlier on that this year, actually in April, you were actually gunned down in your home. Can you tell us briefly exactly what happened and how you managed to survive that ordeal?
Good morning, listeners. Yes, it was happened on the 21st of April in my homestead at Guahu location in the evening, about 7:30, after I've watching the news on television. Then when I go outside to lock my gates, then the 3 men entered in my home and shoot immediately in me. So I'm a survivor of a gun shooting in this area of Lusikisiki. So we ask the government officials and the SABC to intervene to this high rate of crime in our area. So my case is on because we opened the case, then the investigators are busy trying to get the perpetrators.
Tata ingathi ingxaki yokudubula apha eLusikisiki into eqhelekileyo. Sithe xa siyaphaya Ngobozana bathi abantu bapha xa kubetha u7 o'clock ufuna ube sendlini ngoba ibakho sendlini ngadudula. Ingaba lukhona uloyiko njengabahlali phana ingaba amapolisa ayakhawuleza na uba aba bantu benze zise.
Yes, we have a fear because we are not safe at all. We have to try by all means that when the time is coming for the night, you have to be in your house so that we'll be safe. Yes, the police are trying their level best, but some cases are not finished due to a lack of information, if I may put so. But they are trying by all means to intervene in those cases. So we appreciate the effort that is done by SABC, because in my case they were coming so fast. They helped me to go to hospital because they come very fast in the scene. So I can say they are trying their level best. But if the Minister of Police can enlarge the number of members in the station, maybe the crime will come down in this area.
And also there's an issue that I hear of issues of unlicensed firearms, because when you kill 18 people at one time, the same family over 2 years, where are these guns coming from? How are they illegally finding ground in Lusikisiki? And perhaps that's something the police also need to look into.
Yes, there is so much guns that are unlicensed. So I can appeal to the Minister of Police that if they can make a search all our communities to get these unlicensed firearms, go back to the police stations, maybe we can be in a free society. So because we can't do anything without the SABC. So it's the responsibility of the South African police to take these unlicensed firearms.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was Reverend J.P. Sizani, who is a member of the clergy here in Lusikisiki, a member of the Anglican Church, a victim himself, who says this year in April, 3 men, while he was closing his gate, came into his household and shot him, but luckily he survived. It seems the issue of gun violence here is really escalating to uncontrollable measures. but he says that in his specific case, the police did act swiftly, and the case is currently pending at the High Court. But also appealing to the Minister of Police to deploy more police, because obviously the number of police they have now is not enough to deal with the high level of crime and the scourge of gang violence here in Lusikisiki. So throughout the day, myself and my colleague Fundiswa and Lubabalo will be crisscrossing around the venue and outside to bring you coverage of what perhaps is the biggest in terms of mass killings here in Lusikisiki. Let's go back to you in studio, police.
Okay, that is our very own Lerato Fekisi monitoring developments coming there out of Lusikisiki College, the Lusikisiki College of Education there. And of course, monitoring all fronts there. I see she's outside, and Fundiswa is on the inside of the tent as well, where we've seen people starting to gather there. We'll be taking you there as and when developments continue throughout the course of the morning, because that is essentially one of the big stories we're watching for you this hour of the program. And those are the live visuals coming out of there right now. As you've heard in some of the conversations as well, community members continue to live in fear. Family members are still reeling from this tragic incident. And of course, something needs to be done with crime, and that is the voice that is coming from the authorities as they continue to try and make sense of actually what happened. From what we know right now, police have also taken one person in for questioning. This was during the week, but what we understand is that no arrests have been made on this front as yet. And we'll continue to bring you up to speed with developments as they continue to progress on this tragic story. This is The Agenda. Stay with us. We're back after this.